Welcome to the Mythical Vault, your gateway to the unseen, where the line between the living and the dead blurs. In this series, we explore the chilling tales of Japanese ghosts, spirits, and supernatural beings, uncovering their tragic stories, deep emotions, and terrifying consequences. In today's episode, we unravel the haunting tale of one of Japan's most notorious spirits, Oiwa. Her story is one of love, betrayal, and ultimate revenge. This tale has been passed down for centuries, a story so chilling that even now it serves as a warning about the dangers of betrayal and greed. In the stillness of night, when the wind whispers through the trees and shadows dance along the walls, there is a story that has haunted Japan for centuries. It is the story of a woman betrayed by the one she loved most, who rose from her grave to seek revenge. This is the tale of Oiwa, one of Japan's most infamous vengeful spirits, whose tragic fate still sends shivers down the spine of those who dare to speak her name. Oiwa's story begins like many tragedies do, with love, trust, and betrayal. She was a beautiful woman, married to a man named Iman, a samurai. But their love was far from perfect. Iman was a man driven by ambition, greed, and a hunger for power traits that would lead him down a dark and treacherous path. In the quiet streets of Edo, Oiwa lived her life, unaware of the shadows that loomed over her future. Her heart belonged entirely to Iman, but his heart had already grown cold. Iman, lusting for wealth and influence, had set his sights on a young woman from a wealthy family. But there was one problem: Oiwa stood in the way. Iman and family devised a wicked plan. To be rid of Oiwa, they would poison her slowly, so that she would suffer and wither away, leaving Iman free to marry They handed Iman a slow-acting poison, which he added to Oiwa's food and drink. Day by day, Oiwa's body began to break down. Her once radiant beauty began to fade. Her skin became pale and gaunt, her hair fell out in clumps, and her face became disfigured. But perhaps worst of all, Oiwa had no idea that the one who caused her suffering was her own husband, the man she loved most in this world. Oiwa's reflection became a cruel reminder of her agony. Every glance in the mirror revealed more of the horror that had overtaken her body. Her once beautiful features were now grotesque, twisted by the poison that slowly consumed her. Her trust in Iman blinded her to the truth. She believed her illness was natural, that her suffering was fate, not a betrayal. But fate had other plans for Oiwa. Oiwa's health continued to decline, and soon she could no longer stand. Weak, disfigured, and heartbroken, she collapsed, her life slipping away. Yet even as she lay on her deathbed, she held on to her love for Iman, unaware of the cruelty behind her demise. Iman showed no sorrow. In fact, the moment Oiwa died, he wasted no time in preparing to marry But as they say, revenge is a dish best served cold. What Iman did not know was that Oiwa's suffering had awakened something far more dangerous than mere sorrow. Her spirit did not rest peacefully. Instead, it rose from the grave, twisted by pain and betrayal, seeking revenge on those who had wronged her. Oiwa's spirit first appeared to Iman in the most terrifying way possible. Her disfigured face stared back at him from a mirror. Her once beautiful features were now a twisted, horrifying mask of her suffering. Her hair, once long and flowing, hung in clumps. Her eyes, once filled with love, now burned with hatred. Eamon, consumed by guilt and fear, smashed the mirror. But Oiwa's spirit was relentless. She followed him, appearing in his dreams, in shadows, in reflections. There was no escape from her vengeance. No matter where Eamon went, Oiwa was there. Her ghost haunted his every move. He saw her disfigured face in every shadow, heard her voice in every whisper of the wind. The guilt and fear consumed him, driving him to the brink of madness. This is the essence of the Onryo, a vengeful spirit whose pain and anger in life are so intense that they carry over into death. Oiwa became an Onryo, a powerful and terrifying force that would not rest until justice was served. But Oiwa's revenge did not stop with Eamon. On the night of his wedding to Oiwa appeared to him again, but this time she took a more terrifying form. In the dim candlelight, as Eamon lifted veil, he did not see the face of his new bride. Instead, he saw Oiwa's grotesque, vengeful face staring back at him. In a fit of terror, Eamon lashed out and killed the woman before him, only to realize, too late, that it was not Oiwa's ghost, but his new bride, Oiwa's revenge was complete. She had taken from Eamon everything he had betrayed her for. Now, he was left with nothing but his own guilt and the ever-present shadow of her ghost. Oiwa's spirit had finally taken its revenge, but her ghost continued to haunt Eamon until the end of his days. He was left broken, consumed by guilt and madness, unable to escape the consequences of his betrayal. Reflection and moral lesson. Oiwa's story is more than just a tale of horror. It is a cautionary tale, a warning about the dangers of betrayal and the destructive power of greed. Eamon's lust for wealth and status led him to betray the woman who loved him most, and in the end, he paid the ultimate price. Oiwa's spirit, as an Onryo, represents the lingering pain and anger that unresolved emotions can cause. Her story reminds us that the consequences of our actions, especially those driven by greed and selfishness, can haunt us even beyond death. Even today, the story of Oiwa is told across Japan, a reminder of the power of betrayal and the strength of a spirit seeking justice. Her tale has been adapted into countless plays, films, and books, yet her presence remains as haunting as ever. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey through the legend of Oiwa. If you want to explore more eerie tales from Japan's supernatural world, make sure to subscribe to the Mythical Vault. Next time, we'll uncover even more chilling stories of Japanese ghosts and spirits. Until then, remember to beware the shadows, for some spirits never rest,